Hello, Jamie Andreas from GuitarPrinciples.com here again. And you know, at Guitar Principles, we tell you what becoming a good guitar player is really all about. And today's lesson is going to be another good example of that. The subject is what I call optimizing the movement process. Playing the guitar is a process of movement. It's very much like a movie composed of all these different frames. What a good player learns to do is to have an awareness of each one of those frames and be able to inspect them and modify them at will. That is how we solve difficulties. Some of those frames, some of those movements are more difficult than others. Now, when the usual guitar student sees a good player doing difficult things that they can't do, they think, oh, that they can do that hard thing and I can't do it. Somehow they learn to do the hard thing, and that is not really what it's about. What good guitar players learn to do is how to turn difficult things into easy things. We do not overcome obstacles. We transform obstacles. We transform those movements into easier movements that still make the music, in fact, make the music much easier to make. Now, I'm going to give you a good example of this, what I call optimizing the movement process, using Blackbird by Paul McCartney and the Beatles, okay, because all acoustic guitar players want to play that. And here's what will usually happen when someone gets the tab, okay, and begins to play it. Their left hand will do something like this, and then all the fingers will come off, and then it'll go there. I'll try to go there, and then they'll try to get these fingers down. Usually when 2 and 4 go down, the third finger will pull back like this, and that will make getting this one very difficult. Okay, oh, that comes later in the song. Okay, what it does here is it does that. So let's just look at this part here. That comes later. So that's usually what will happen with the left hand. With the right hand, well, who knows what will happen. In general, fingers will be far from the strings. I'm going to show you how I would play this, how I would optimize this movement process, therefore making it very easy to play. So when I set my fingers up to play, first of all, on my right hand, notice I set all my fingers on the strings they're going to play, the thumb, the middle, and the index. So let's look at just the right hand for a second. Now, so instead of, here's what will normally happen. Someone will play the thumb in the middle, and the index finger will fly far away, therefore making the next note very difficult. My index is already there. I don't have to, I didn't overcome that, I just transformed it. Here's what mine looks like. And then when I go for the next notes, again, my thumb, index, and middle go for all the notes. And again, they go for all the notes at once. Okay? And then, okay, and similar, so watch my right hand. And here, notice how my ring finger and thumb play, and my index is already here because I trained it with correct practice to be placed like that. So that makes the right hand of this very, very easy. That's an example of optimizing the movement process. Now, on the left hand, how would we optimize this? We would use, well, first of all, let's understand that I've taught myself to be relaxed. I've taught my whole body to be relaxed. If your body's tense, if your shoulders are tense, your neck is tense, and your hands are tense, you'll never get anywhere. If you're holding your breath, which so many people do, you'll never get anywhere. So all of that, we call whole body awareness, which I train all students in what I call my stage 1 class, that has to be understood and has to be, you know, those obstacles have to be gotten out of the way. On the left hand, as my fingers go down, my shoulders are relaxed, so my fingers, a lot of the energy of holding the strings down is being done with the weight of my arm. That's called the heavy arm in the principal system. So those things are all in place. Now, assuming those are all in place, now another concept I will use here is called continuous contact. I am not going to lift the third finger and jump over to this note and then lift that and do that, okay? I'm going to keep that finger down until I get this down. Notice my right hand's already set up. Now I'm going to hold that finger, and then I'm going to place so I hold the 1 while I place the 2 and the 4. See? Now, and then, of course, I hold that as I slide up. Now, when I go to the second part, again, I keep continuous contact on my left hand, and I'm always setting up the right hand for what's coming next. There are many other factors involved, but I can only go into so much in this video. But when you see people making things look easy, this is the bottom line. When you see good players and say, oh, he makes it look effortless, oh, he makes it look easy. That's because when you're doing things in the best way, it is easy. And when you're not, it's very difficult. So the secret of being a good or a great player is to learn how to transform the difficulties of playing the guitar into easy movements. So if you'd like to learn more about this way of approaching guitar, then check out guitarprinciples.com and the principles of correct practice for guitar. Now you may notice as you watch this video that I give you the real secrets of great guitar playing. I don't tell you just what to do, I tell you how to do it. So please help me spread this unique teaching by commenting, sharing, subscribing, and of course ringing that bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new and incredible guitar lesson. Thank you so much.